And this is how a crash with a Raphax looks like. Took a beating, indeed. Nose down, don't know why. Oh well, it wasn't the wing's fault, it was my fault. Let's see what is intact.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Just FPV.
Oh boy, that was a terrible moment for me. I found my wing in the field after just nosedived into the ground. And this is how it looked like. Totally smashed. The nose was completely damaged, took the beating, the battery took the rest out of the camera and the interiors in front of in the nose. And here we go. Totally wasted. Just because. Yeah, why? Because I lost it out of visual, long line of sight. I shouldn't have done that. But wait, this is not the end. I got in touch with the StealthWings and mentioned something terrible has happened and I needed repair parts. And soon, they came. Let's build a Raphax V2. What you see here is what's left from the Raphax V1. The wings were almost undamaged, full intact. StealthWings though had sent me a full kit and I decided to make something special with it. How about detachable wings? The fiber rods in the wings are about 6mm diameter. I ordered some carbon fiber rod that will fit over that. To get my wings out of the former build, I had to demolish some of the fuselage parts, as you see here on the left hand side. Yet again, you see, I could take those dimensions and put the spars in, so you just can push the rods through without wearing them out. But because that's what happens if you don't enforce this with a new rod. The new rod will have to fit in where the fiberglass rod used to go, into the wings and of course into the fuselage. After I got the rods in, it was time to do a dry fit. Have a look at this connector, this velcro on this wing. It's just cut in and glued with UU-Por. This will be filled through the fuselage through a small slot, like you see here. I took my Dremel tool to make this happen. Just through the fuselage and the wood, so you can put through the velcro. This is an MPX-8 connector, and it will be mounted in the side walls of the fuselage. This will be the female part of what we put in from the wing, coming with the corresponding connector. Please note that the PCB, which is soldered on, is extra. And here are the parts from the wing. All wires end up in this MPX-8 connector, male. Just stick it in, be happy. And that's all for the detachable wings. It's time to give the fuselage a little color. So we're heading back to the grey color scheme, and as you can see here, it was just spray canned. The belly gets laminated just to become a little more resistant for the landings. What I learned from the crash was that I have to secure that battery from just jumping through the nose on impact. That's the reason why I started to do an extra block of foam which acted as a firewall. It will stop the battery and also save you camera components in the front, like here. Please note the tape in the front, which will keep the hatch closed and detachable instead of just having it be glued on. To make the build a little more clean, I started to make a hole in the rear in the motor mount, which is a route through to the canopy. The wires of the motor are just routed through and are not in the top anymore. As we have this detachable wings sandwich type connection, I managed to do a new set of fins. I took the basic shape on a cardboard and changed it over to Corix later. Easy to attach and detach.
So, today's the day, once and again. Today is the day where we will relaunch the Raphax after having modded it and made some detachable wings and other stuff. I'll show you that in a minute, but first of all I will reach my launch point, my favorite ground to start with new wings. So hang on, we'll be there in a second. What a lovely day today, and I can't miss that out. Choose to go flying instead of hanging out in the office. There's a slight breeze, sun is shining enormously for this time of year and the moment. And I've got the Raphax with me from StealthWings, and today build it up, assemble it, get the electronics dialed in, and hopefully launch and land in one piece. Hang on, we'll be getting there in a second. Let me go through the components of this wing. You see some Velcro here and a connector. It's a MPX8 connector, and this spider does have to move away. We got some strange fins, I will get to that in a second. What do we have as a component here? We got the SM130T transmitter with the Matic antenna. And on the other hand, and other side, we have the Crossfire antenna. Then we got the fuselage, a brand new fuselage, and it's shiny, bright, and well, I find it to be sexy. First of all, I had to change the motor because the motor I used was a bit too underpowered. So I take the Sunny Sky 2814-7 this time with 1100 kV, spinning a 10x5 aeronaut prop, folding prop. I hope this will do. Inside, nothing much has changed aside of I have a Matic F405 wing instead of the 411 I had before. I like this FC more than the 411, the old one, because this one has just more UARTs and more potential options like INAV radar, which we are going to use in case this bird succeeds, which I hope. You see there's an XT60 here, and this goes straight to the ESC, which I decided to make detachable, like so. So you can take a normal XT60 connector, which commonly comes with the ESC, and just plug it into the FC. No fuss, no worries, everything is fine. We have a buzzer, we have the connections for GPS and servos and VTX, everything stuffed here. So this goes out in the connections out here in the wing halves. We'll get that together in a second. Here is the little special thing. The SM130T transmitter only accepts 5 volts, and I don't have any 5 volts. Is it 5 volts? 5 volts over, so I take some kind of VBAT and transform it down to 5 volts with a regulator, low ripple, and there's another filter here just to make any noise go away. The FC is commonly, like I always do, attached via zip ties on a piece of wood, which I blew down. That's it basically. Oh well, yeah, I will have shown that before, but you see I've dug a hole here to get out through the enormous motor mount here, so the wires don't have to be fiddled up over the hatch here and in again. With this hatch closed, this looks strange. This is more convenient, more well, stealthy, I would say. Greetings out to Arthur, by the way, when I say stealthy. Well, that's it. You can see the connections here. Slick, just everything's fine. MPX8 connector, hole for the fiberglass rod, another hole for the fiberglass rod, and here's a hole which comes in handy in a second. I explain that. You can see the hull. The fuselage is covered in fiberglass tape. That's due to the landing. It has no landing skid. This has to be the landing skid and protect it from everything like harm from the ground. Let's close this hatch. We don't want to mess around with that anymore. Then we have the battery bay, which I also tend to modify a bit, as I wanted it to be a little more convenient, like repairable. That's the problem with this kind of hatches. When you glue them on, you can't get them off, and when they rip off, you can't get them off again and repair. So what do we see here? We got a tremendous multi-star 8 amp hour 4S LiPo battery, and we got ITN BN180 GPS hidden here below the hatch. which comes in handy. You can see there is another hole down there, which does which is needed. It is on both sides. Coming to that in a second. As I said, here we see a wire going through an extra, breaker. I guess when we go down in Wayne, we go down, and the battery won't have to hit everything down like that, and it will be blocked, hopefully, a bit by this piece of EPP, which is super strong. Good choice, Arthur. Well, this is a common wire for the camera, and we have a Runcam Phoenix 2 sitting in the nose doing the first flight for me. So yeah, no high-def video on it by now. We will try not to fly with high-def video in the first place. Hopefully fly and get this down again. Let's head over to the wings and look what this Velcro is for. The Velcro on this wing is done like just hitting a gap into the wing and gluing it in with Uhupor. This is super tough, won't harm the wing, and it's made for attaching the wings to the fuselage. Commonly they won't get off if you just stick those fiber rods together. Yet again, if they loosen up, then in the front. So to prevent that, the Velcro will just hold on to the fuselage and won't even give a chance to disconnect here. Then we have the MPX8 connector, which is hidden a bit. You can see better now on my trousers. Just plug and play, no fuss, no worries, everything is fine. The wings are the same as before. Nothing happened here, outside of some dents and a little, nothing bad. I just ironed it down again and everything was good. So I would say let's attach the stuff and make the wing complete. What do you think? First thing to do is to get the wing right in place. So we stick it into these holes here. Come on, Roddy. That's good. Second rod. Okay. Then we have to connect the MPX8. It's done like this. Hope you can see this, guys. Like so. And it won't slip. Then we got the Velcro. The Velcro has to be fitted into that gap and comes out in the fuse again, the inner compartment of the fuse. And what we then just do is pretty simple. Just pull it together, push it together like so, and get the Velcro out like this. You see that perhaps? You can see this Velcro there. Whoop, there goes the winglet. And then you just connect and attach the Velcro to the inner part of the fuselage. So, super tight, nothing will go anywhere with that. Fine. Same we'll do on the other side. Yet again, there's a difference. This is one of my new winglets. Looks strange compared to the original one which sits in the middle. Yet again, I found this to be more interesting and even repairable and easy for transportation. So yeah, I can simply now just put it on here like so. If the white color does say it doesn't be my taste anymore, I just give it another color. Second wing, we do the same. Simply connect it here. I have extra rods in here in the fuse. I will show that in pictures, I guess, so the connection won't wear out. So just connect this thing like so, 2 rods in place. Now prepare the Velcro to pass through the fuse. Get the connection to the fuse with the connector of the MPX8, and bam, ready. There you go. Velcro. So like this, and it's together. So that wasn't that awkward, was it? Won't go anywhere. Holds. That's good. Just attach the Madex's RX to my goggles with a notch for intercepting one of those, mostly of those crossfire waves. Now the Madex's antenna, like on the wing, powered up the Radiomaster TX16S, and well, let's go for the hunt of satellites to have a link for INAF 2.6.1, which I flashed on today. Let's power it up then, shall we? Oh man, I'm nervous. Let's see. Okay. This hatch, simply slide it in this little pouch here, and then drill down those nice little attachments, screws. Don't forget to take the cap off the camera. Well, while this is searching for GPS signals, I will power up the goggles. That was too fast. And have a look at the video. Your fingers up this wing. I'm nervous. Now that didn't end so well, did it? Well, nothing happened. The funny thing is, as the force of this landing, of the hard impact, goes into the wings, the Velcro lets loose and takes the force, so nothing else is harmed, seriously. So just push it back together again and get the Velcro back in place, like so. And let's do it over, because nothing really happened. I don't know if this was visible in the video, but as I wanted to launch, the prop came off. Just simply off. The screws are lying in the grass. Simply disassembled itself. Well, guess I will have to tighten that for a second. Doesn't reduce my nervosity. But well, taking this with humor, nothing has happened so far. We will get this thing working, I guess. Hopefully. I hope. I wish. Perhaps. Maybe. What do you think? So, what's the problem? The problem is that it doesn't have enough elevator authority to pitch it up. I won't have enough, so I can't get it up. It flew well for that certain amount of time, but I didn't get the nose up again. Perhaps a bit nose heavy, but I think it's more about that the elevators don't have enough authority. Let's try to fix that.
Oh, that is close. I'm really my pants at this moment, because the only way I can get that bird to rise up is by pulling the elevator full up. I got no other option. I don't have enough authority, and you can see I'm flying acro here. Pitch alignment is -2 degrees, which is a bit off, I guess, but you see I'm fighting this bird up in the air, and we're pretty fast, and I'm about to lose signal. That's not the best idea if you don't if you're not sure that your RTH is working and get you covered. So yeah, I've got him flying here, and well, I'm not so comfy with the situation. Let me see where this ends up. After some time I got the wing under control, and I decided it was urgently time to land, because this would go sideways otherwise.
Okay, everything's stuffed back into the trunk. The wing is in a good shape. Just we have to manage those elevators which have absolutely too low authority. I'll have to look what the heck went wrong there, because usually I remember those to work pretty fine. Yeah, however, let me fix on that and get back to the field next time with a new try and new flight. And then we will cruise.
It's summer in the meantime, and I thought that would be the right moment to check out if the Raphax is up to the game. And after this crappy throw, it was gentle with me and lifted up. Let me reduce the highlights of these flights in about 2.5 minutes, so you can get an idea of how the Raphax went that day.
Hello everybody! Back in the field again today. Not with the usual stuff, but today we want to do something new. Flying Ewing's Vortigaunt version Model 9 and the Raphax Model 1. Sadly I forgot my goggles, so this will be line of sight for me today. No HD footage, but we'll get some nice features. Then let's hope for good footage for the Vortigaunt, and let's hope we won't crash. It's a bit breezy here up the hill. We got a nice field, and my buddy is preparing his base station, which I don't need today as I got no goggles to look at. So yeah, let's hope for the best. I will do some line of sight. Hang on, we're about to launch.
Here we got the perspective of the Vortigaunt following me, and please remember, I'm flying line of sight. I've got no idea of smoothness regarding the following plane, so yeah, I just try to keep the plane in the air, and my wingman has a hard time to follow me, more or less, and sometimes we get close. There's not so much to comment on this flight. I hope you enjoy those moments, and I will leave you for some time to enjoy this while I will be already working on the next chapter. Okay, maybe this is too boring, so let me point something out I figured while flying this thing. You see I have those two winglets in the middle, the fins in the middle, and despite the original only has one fin, I can tell you this seems to work out pretty well. There's no yaw waggling anymore visible, so it seems that those two fins really take action and keep the wing in line instead of wiggling on the yaw. Perhaps you'll see some other Raphax videos where you can have an eye on it and you'll detect this yaw waggle a little bit. It's not serious though, it's just a little observation. But these two fins seem to work pretty well. As we flew this trip together, I noticed a strange sound when my throttle went over 50%. The motor started to jitter a bit and makes strange noises, some kind of oscillation vibration, and I never found out what it was. I will tell you about it somewhere later in the next videos. I found the problem. So yeah, just a strange noise, and you think, what's going on? Is the motor too weak? Is the prop too big? Is the battery just not capable of providing enough juice? No, it's something much more simple. Much more simple. But again, let me tease you with this. Later in the video, the mystery is solved. And a funny little dialogue at this point. Look at the field we are at. We're pretty far away. So I said to my wingman, dude, I gotta pull left. I gotta pull the wing left. He said to me, why is that? I said, I can't see the wing anymore. Why is that? He said again. And I said, yeah, there's the tree blocking my view. So yeah, I'm coming back. Yeah, right. You're flying line of sight. I said, yeah, I am. Okay, pretty sharp eyes then. I said, whoa, why is that? I said, yeah, we are about 600 meters out, so yeah, a good look there. Yeah, that was it, and then we landed. No doubt I wanted to fly the Raphax, but the weather had no doubt about there was no fly weather, so no stick time after the first flight, so I had to wait 8 days, and here we are flying. Imagine that. Even we DVR footage. I took a 37-minute flight, and I won't bother you with that. I will just cut it down to about, let's say, 4 minutes and explain some things along. How about that? Enjoy the sun. I wanted to tune the wing a bit more. Want to see how the auto-tune process handles the values, and you can see there's not much movement while I'm tuning. To cut it down straight, there's nearly a movement at all. 5, 7 and FF on 50. That's what it has been looking like for a long time. I was wondering what I was doing wrong to make this wing even smoother. But well, yeah, I couldn't do that much. See, just tuning and nothing happens. One issue I found while flying the wing was that it was waving silently and slowly from side to side. Since it has activated permanent trimming, it should be leveled and figure out how to do, but it doesn't. Could it still be that a tuning? Let's do more aggressive tuning then. And after that, suddenly some movement in the PIFs. Have a look. Roll I is doing something, and the FF2. Maybe I was too soft on my tuning. Makes me wonder. Big wings need some extra care, I guess. Did I mention I wasn't alone that evening? My buddy with his water gaunt was around somewhere, but due to some configuration mismatch, we wasn't able to get the radar working. Well, not while flying at least. After we landed, we got it straight. By now, the tuning looks good. The wing is calm and behaves like it is supposed to do. I'm not happy though, because I still feel this waving and I got the radar not working and... you see, first world problems. Gotcha! There's the water gaunt. Let's chase him. Oh man, how nice it would have been in Full HD or even 4K. Next time, promise, next time. And I guess that's all there is to this flight. We'll take some turns here, accompany the body gaunt, and then go down for landing and just skip some 10 minutes where we just circle around here, which will surely bore you to death. Well, we don't want to take that risk, so yeah, let's take those circles here for a second and then simply skip over to the landing. How about we fly some FPV?
Hello and good morning everybody, and welcome to the next video of this glorious channel, which definitely has too low amount of subscribers. You could be one of them. Join us if you not have already. Today's mission is plain simple: fly the Raphax. The Raphax, you remember? Yeah, the Raphax. It's a long time ago. It's been some time. I've had some trouble with it, and today is the day where I finally managed to fly it FPV and take some HD footage for you. So we've been out with it lately and been flying with it and testing it. Less good footage as I didn't have a SD card or goggles with me, so plain line of sight, and finally didn't crash. Hey! If you see this episode, then you know this is an issue. Well, today's mission is just to get the Raphax into the air and fly, tune a bit perhaps, and enjoy this morning scenery with some lovely 4K video. So, let's get out. Well, I'm trying a new field here. Have a look. This is the field where it will happen. This is the field I'll take today. Let's hope we don't offend any landowners here, and have a nice time in the air. Hang on, we'll be launching in a minute.
Did I show you the inlets? I made this inlet because the AC had to get some fresh air. So yeah, here they are. Fresh air in, hot air out.
Yay! Landed, and having a nice flight, and just raised the expo to about 85% instead of 70 on RC. You will see that in the video, I guess. The pit tuning is finished. I guess it's a bit touchy on the other roll still. I will have to look into that. The problem I had with the temperature of the ESC seems to have vanished. I was able to pump up the speed at max because the inlet was working fine. No more jiggling on the motor. No starter here. Then we'll land here. The grass isn't wet. It has been maintained lately. So let's see. Yeah, we even got video. Nice. Awesome. That was a short little flight with 4S6000 lithium ion pack, and let me see what the motor says. Nothing. Won't tell anything, and I guess the EC is calm as well. We'll figure that out in a second. The field is awesome. It's perfect to have a field like that. You don't get that very often, not me at least lately, because everyone is waiting for the grass to get in, and nobody has the intention to let you fly on it, because you will destroy everything, of course. Yeah. Okay. Well, I can touch the ES key. I can feel it's warm, but the inlet is fine. It does its job. Perhaps a bit greater, the inlet, or another inlet, so 2 ribs are going in. I shut down the radar for this time because my wingman isn't around. So yeah. Overall, a successful flight with everything attached and everything running. I'm happy. That's it for the moment, I guess.
And with this final flight, we reach the end of this story. Phoenix from the ash, I would say. It flies great, and I have had many troubles with it, which ended up being myself standing in my own way. Anyways, this is happy end, and this is not the end of the whole story. So, as we just see this wing pass by, be prepared. There's more in store, and we got further episodes coming. Hang on tight, and fly safe. Talk to you soon, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, follow me, and we'll meet again.